Welcome all. I am Dr. D.S. VZK Kaladar, Associate Professor, Microbiology and Bioinformatics at Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur. Lecture 1. Introduction to Major Groups of Microorganisms. Microorganisms are classified into 7 groups based on the characteristic cellular composition, morphology, mean of locomotion, and reproduction. They are 1. Bacteria, 2. Archaea, 3. Protozoa, 4. Algae, 5. Fungi, 6. Viruses, and 7. Multicellular animals like helminths. Group 1. Bacteria. Bacteria are unicellular organisms. The cells are described as prokaryotic because they lack of nucleus. They exist in 6 major shapes: focus, spherical shape; bacillus, rod shape; vibrio, comma shape; cocobacillus, spherical and elongated; spirillum, spiral shape; and spirochaete, cork-shaped long spirillum. So here are the structures. Most bacteria has peptidoglycan cell wall. They divide by binary fission. They may possess flagella for motility. The difference in their cell wall structure is major future use in classifying bacteria. According to the way their cell wall structure strains, bacteria can be classified either gram-positive or gram-negative when using gram staining technique. Bacteria can be further divided based on their response to gaseous oxygen into the following groups: aerobic, living in the presence of oxygen; anaerobic, living without the oxygen; and facultative anaerobes can live in both the environments. According to the way they obtain energy, bacteria are classified into autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs make their own food by using energy and sunlight or chemical reactions, in which case it is called chemoautotrophs. Heterotrophs obtain the energy by consuming other organisms. Bacteria that use decaying life forms as a source of energy are called saprophytes. Second group is Archaea. Archaea or Archaebacteria differ from true bacteria in their cell wall structure and lack peptidoglycans. These microorganisms lack cell nuclei and are therefore prokaryotes. They are prokaryotic cells with avidity to extreme environmental conditions. Based on their habitat, all archaeans can be divided into following groups: methanogens, methane-producing organisms; halophiles, archaeans producing salty environments; thermophiles, archaeans living in extreme hot temperatures; and psychrophiles, cold temperature archaeans. Archaeans use different energy sources like hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide, and sulfur. Some of them use sunlight to make energy, but not the same way plants do. They absorb sunlight using their membrane pigments, bacteriorhodopsin. This reacts with light leading to the formation of the energy molecule called ATP. Archaea reproduce asexually by binary fission, fragmentation, and budding. Unlike bacteria, no clone species of archaean forms endospores. Coming to the third group of microorganisms, fungi. The discipline of biology devoted to the study of fungi is known as mycology. Fungi, molds, mushrooms, yeast, are eukaryotic cells with two nuclei. Most fungi are multicellular and their cell wall is composed of glucons and chitin. They obtain nutrients by absorbing organic material from the environment, decomposers, through symbiotic relationships with plants, symbionts, or harmful relationship with host, parasite. Ischlagomyces is a pathogen plant fungi that causes smut disease in maize and teosinte. Mycorrhizal symbiosis between plants and fungi is one of the well-known plant-fungi associations and is of significant importance for plant growth and persistent in many ecosystems. They form characteristic filamentous tube called hyphae that helps absorb material. The collection of hyphae is called mycelium. Fungi reproduce by releasing spores. So these are the 6 types of fungi. Coming to the fourth group of microorganisms, protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular aerobic eukaryotes. They have a nucleus, complex organelles, and obtain nourishment by absorption or ingestion through specialized structures. They make up the largest group of organisms in the world in terms of number, biomass, and diversity. Their cell walls are made up of cellulose. Protozoa has been traditionally divided based on their mode of locomotion. Flagellates produce their own food and use their whip-like structures to propel forward. Chelates have tiny hair-that beaks to produce movement. Amoeboids have false feet or pseudopodia used for feeding and locomotion, and sporozoans are non-motile. They also have different means of nutrition. which groups them as autotrophs or heterotrophs. These are the few protozoans: amoeba, euglena, paramecium, and trypanosoma. Coming to the fifth group of microorganisms, algae. Algae, also called cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, are unicellular or multicellular eukaryotes that obtain nourishment by photosynthesis. Primarily, algae are not highly differentiated in the way that plants are. They lack roots, stems, and leaves, and a vascular system to circulate water and nutrients throughout their bodies. They live in water, damp soils, and rocks and produce oxygen and carbohydrates used by other organisms. It is believed that cyanobacteria are the origins of green land plant. Some of the algae are Ulva and Chlamydomonas. Coming to the sixth group of microorganisms, viruses. A virus is a submicroscopic infectious agent that replicates only inside the living cells of an organism. Viruses are non-cellular entities that consist of a nucleic acid core, that is, either DNA or RNA but not both, surrounded by a protein coat. Viruses are found in almost every ecosystem on Earth and are the most numerous type of biological entity. Although viruses are classified as microorganisms, they are not considered as living organisms. Viruses can't reproduce outside a host cell and can't metabolize on their own. Viruses often infect prokaryote and eukaryote cells, causing diseases. Viral infections in animals provoke an immune response that usually eliminates the infecting viruses. Immune responses can also be produced by vaccines, which confer an artificially acquired immunity to the specific viral infection. These are some of the viruses, such as herpes virus, rotavirus, and etc. Coming to the seventh group of microorganisms, multicellular animal parasites. A group of eukaryotic organisms consisting of the flatworms and roundworms, which are collectively referred to as the helminths. Although they are not microorganisms by definition, since they are large enough to be easily seen with the naked eye, they live a part of their life cycle in microscopic form also. Since the parasitic helminths are of clinical importance, they are often discussed along with the other group of microbes. Some of the examples are Ankylostoma, Schistosoma, Trichinella, and Ascaris. Coming to conclusion, microbiology is the study of microscopic organisms. Microbes are around 1 micrometer in size. Microscopic organisms are classified into 7 groups based on the characteristics cellular composition, morphology, mean of locomotion and reproduction. They are bacteria, archaea, protozoa, algae, fungi, viruses, and multicellular animal parasites like helminths. This discipline includes fundamental research on the biochemistry, physiology, cell biology, ecology, evolution, and clinical aspects of microorganisms, including the host response to these agents. These are the references. Thanks for watching the video.